Namaskar. And finally, the time has come for me to share my experience of the Samyama program with all of you. This program is such a big possibility that I feel very honored and very privileged to share my experiences with you. So you might have seen my videos on the pre-Samyama meet, the Bhavaspandana and the Shunya, which are really important and stepping stones for the Samyama program to happen. If you haven't seen any one of them, I really urge you to see that first. After completing my Shunya from the Isha Yoga Center on the 22nd of January 2020, I came back to my hometown. The 60 days preparation time for Samyama was going on. So as soon as I came back, it was full on sadhana happening every day. It used to take 6 to 7 hours per day to complete all my sadhanas and the preparations. But it was totally worth it. The preparation was to make my body, my mind and my energies ready for the tremendous possibility which Samyama was. If you could search Samyama on Google, you will find that Samyama is a state where three things of the Ashtanga Yoga happens at once. These are the Dhyan, Dharana and Samadhi. All of these three are limbs of yoga. As the month of March was approaching, my excitement and my nervousness was increasing. From 1st March to 8th March, 8 days with Sadhguru, totally in a silence program. We were not allowed to speak. No sort of communication was going to be allowed. My mother was also going to do the program. So on 28th of February, just 2 days before Samyama, both of us went to Isha Yoga Center. We reached at the yoga center in the afternoon, and after that, as much time as we had, we spent it at the Dhyanalinga. Internationally, the threats of the COVID-19 were increasing. So at the Isha Yoga Center, many participants coming from sensitive countries were asked not to come. And for all those people who were coming from a safe place, they also had to go through 2 medical checkups at the Isha Yoga Center before going into the program. On the 1st March, early in the morning, I reached at the welcome point at 4 a.m. To my surprise, there was a huge crowd already waiting there. There were going to be 3,500 participants who were going to be initiated into Samyama. All of them had to go through the medical checkup as well as the checking procedures. About 9 a.m., all the formalities were completed and we were asked to shift our luggage in the Adiyogi Alayam before 11. Adiyogi Alayam was the hall where the Samyama program was going to happen. After we were allotted our respective sitting spaces, we were asked to come back to the hall at 3 p.m. I once again went to the Dhyanalinga in that time, relaxed myself, saw at the Dhyanalinga and just thought, is this really possible? Am I really going to do the Samyama? With all of these questions, nervousness, excitement, I entered the hall before 3 p.m. and sat at my place. And after that, the 8 days passed just like 8 hours. I'm not saying this just to make it sound good. I did not feel that the program was 8 days long. Now from 3 p.m. on the 1st of March till the 3 p.m. on 8th of March, whatever happened in the middle, I'm really sorry I'm not allowed to tell you that. But I will surely tell you some very important and some very tremendous things about the program. Speaking of the program, it was so intense, it was so powerful. I'm not telling this in the context of the BSP or the Shunya, but this experience of Samyama was by far the most profound and most powerful experience I ever had. Every single day there was some or the other unbelievable experience happening to me. I was crying and laughing, rolling, I was screaming, I was doing all sorts of crazy things. I was aware of that, but it was not at all in my control. Now you might think that why to shout, why to laugh? I totally understand. But the energy of the hall was pumped up to a point that my body and my mind was not able to control that. So many times in the program, I felt that my chest would just blast off, my head would blast off, my neck, I would just shout so loud that my neck would just hurt. But this is not the shout of pain. This is really important to understand. This is a tremendous energy which gets generated in your subtle body, which finds expression in different ways. There is no room to logic here. There is no room to logic in this program. You just need to take it and put it aside. One thing I experienced in these 8 days was that what you see Sadhguru on YouTube is not the real Sadhguru. For me, after the Samyama program, Shiva and Sadhguru are not different. Those 8 days passed just like that. And on the final day, all the participants gathered in the hall, and one final time Sadhguru was on the stage. He was there speaking about what a tremendous tool he is offering in our hands. If we know how to use this tool, it will make things possible in our life which we never thought possible. Sadhguru said that this process has the potential to change and transform everything which you know as life. This is a tool which can take you beyond. At the end of this, almost everyone was in tears. The bond which Sadhguru had created with everyone in those 8 days was so deep that if you are conscious, you can never ever miss His presence and His grace for a single moment in your entire life. All the Isha meditators will understand me in this very well. But for all the non-Isha people, this is not a bond which comes out of devotion or love. This bond, this relation is beyond your physical body and your mental structure, also beyond your emotions. After the program finished, something really funny happened. I and my mother met after so many days. We were standing outside and just talking. In the middle of the conversation, I saw 2 of my friends about whom I had talked in the Bhavaspandana video. All 4 of us were just sharing our experiences with the program. And in that, my mother said that there was a person in the hall who was making sounds like typical sounds like this. Who was that? Literally every day, so many times, this same sounds was just coming out. Who was that? I slowly looked at my mom and I said, it was me. It was me who was making those sounds. So this is how wild Samyama program is. It is just out of this world. Literally out of this world. Literally. Now to conclude, I will say that if you are one who has done many programs with Isha, feel comfortable with Sadhguru and perceive him as something which is much more than a YouTube and are committed to give more time of your life to your spiritual process, then you can surely think of doing Samyama. Samyama programs are really very rare. Mostly it happens only once in 1 or 2 years. So if you want to think as Samyama as something which you want to do, then this is the right time to start preparing for it. It has been 2 months since I have been doing this Samyama sadhana. The changes which have come to my life in these 2 months are really very high. The changes have been in all the 4 dimensions, be it the physical, be it the mental, emotional, and most important, the energy aspect. And here, before ending the video, I would really like to thank all of you who have seen my entire journey through Isha. On finding Sadhguru on YouTube 5 years back till this time when I did the Samyama. This entire series is just an offering from my side to all of you so that Sadhguru can reach to as many more houses and hearts as possible. I want the science which touched me to touch millions of other people. So I really hope that my videos made you aware of Sadhguru and Isha. And I want you to do any one of these programs as soon as possible. I hope to see you doing that. I will see you in the next video. From the next video, we are doing something really different. So till then, please take care. Namaskar.